Like we always do about this time.
My brother, salute to the guys. What up, what up? Salute to the guys. Y'all hit that like. Hey, we back one more time representing for all the brothers out there. And we talking about these hyenas. And how black men are tired of hyenas. Whether it's Lisa Ray, Vivica Fox, Leslie Jones, Brittany Renner, or Kayla Nicole, and everything in between. Black men are tired of these hyenas. Especially the ones like Kayla Nicole. You know, they can't keep our name out their mouth. Every time something don't work out for them, even when the brother ain't nowhere near in sight, at the end of the day, it's always Jermaine's fault. And we bear witness to it over and over again for the last I don't know how many years. But enough is enough. And brothers are choosing to stay away, not even look at them, not speak. You know, they was tripping about when Kevin Samuels asked them, do brothers deserve to smile? They said, hell no. So nowadays, brothers ain't even giving them a look. And they don't deserve it. You know, if brothers ain't deserve a smile, then y'all don't deserve a look or an acknowledgement. And we just getting tired of it, man. We just tired. Brothers are tired of it all the way around. It don't matter if they young, they old, they all the same. And brothers see through the BS. Kayla Nicole in particular was dating Travis Kelce. And, you know, she act like she was in heaven basically during the time. Even though he ain't spend $1 on her. Even though he ain't spent $1 on her, she bragged so much about that relationship. And then he left her and took her good years with him. That's right. Travis Kelce ain't spent $1 on Kayla Nicole for 5 years, running through her, just getting ran through, getting divested, ran through for free. And then he left, and he took her good years with him. And now he's dating, most likely planning to marry Taylor Swift. And salute to them. Salute to Travis Kelce and Taylor Smith. I ain't mad at that. I think they make a good couple, actually. You know, the whole world knows that a certain group of women ain't bringing nothing to the table but attitude, other men's kids, high body counts, entitlement, and everything that comes with that. And men, no matter what race of the men, they just don't want it. And brothers definitely are done with it. Brothers are definitely done with it. You know, it's a certain group of women out here. It's one group of women on the planet that virtually no one is marrying. The same group of women complain about the NFL draft and why they are not there. The same group of women. And when you look at it all, it's obvious to me. It's obvious to me. You got a group of entitled women who think men owe them something. And they fail miserably because other races of women are not having the same problems. No, not by far. Other races of women are cooperating with men. And being that they're cooperating with men, they don't mind pinching in on the bills. They don't mind. Hey, they don't mind cutting the yard sometime, taking out the trash sometime. They don't have this feminist ideology that the world that men owe them something. This entitlement, this worship mentality. Other races of women don't have this, and brothers are taking notice. Brothers of today are taking notice that basically we get more out of other races of women. When you ask certain brothers why they don't date black women, the obvious answer is that other women treat us better. You don't have to go down the list about why you don't like weave, why you don't like single mothers, or why they got a high percentage of STDs, why they always in debt, why they got bad attitudes. You don't even gotta list none of those things. When someone asks you why you don't date black women, all you simply have to say is that other races of women treat you better, and you get more. You get more from other races of women. You know, other races of women don't mind going half on the bills. They don't mind taking out the trash or pumping the gas sometimes. It's just one group that want to be provided for. And grow up and get a life. No one's providing for you. You are a grown woman. No one owes you anything. Men don't have to be traditional for you. Men don't have to be traditional for anybody. Women are working, they are empowered, and they deserve and should be enforced to pay half of everything. You know, who are you to think you can go out here and make your money and your money is your money, and a man is supposed to make money and it's supposed to be your money or our money? Who are you to even have that kind of ideology about yourself? Who do you think you are? No one deserves anything in life. No one. No one deserves anything. No one is entitled to anything. We all must work for what we want. And the main reason these hyenas are the most single, the most struggling, is because they refuse to work for what they want. They won't compete for men. They feel like they shouldn't have to compete for men, especially a brother. A hyena don't feel like ain't no way in hell she should be competing for a brother. She feel like the Lord supposed to just drop a brother in her lap and he's supposed to worship the ground she walk on. Well, let me tell you something, hyena. You got it wrong. The reason you don't have a man, the reason you won't get a man, and you're gonna have to buy a dog and die alone, like the great Kevin Samuel said, it's because you refuse to work for what you want. You refuse to work for a man. You won't never get a man. You don't deserve a man. You're supposed to worship the ground he walks on. That's where you got it wrong in your community. Single mothers, single mammies, and bastard children, and paternity fraud, and welfare. Your community of bastard children, single mammies, and welfare. You believe the world's supposed to worship you. You believe brothers are supposed to worship the ground you walk on. You got it backwards. You are the helpmate. You are supposed to worship the ground he walks on. And until you start worshiping the ground that brothers walk on, and you start worshiping brothers like the Most High, you won't have one. And you can take that to the bank. Or you could take that to the food stamp office where, you know, that's more appropriate for you, hyena. We know you don't got nothing in the bank. We know y'all the brokest. Always complaining about the pay gap. Got the highest amount of debt, claiming you the most educated, but you sound like the most dumbfounded when you talking half the time. You are not in a position to demand anything. You're in a position that you ought to be grateful and helpful for anything that comes your way. And brothers don't owe you nothing. Brothers know that you have all your children out of wedlock. Brothers know that you have all your children out of wedlock to less than 20% of the men. and you got the audacity to think the other 80% of the man owe your community anything, your community can go to hell and take you and your kids with it. Salute to all the brothers out there that's making channels, speaking up more on behalf of us. All these times, all these generations, we've been getting dogged, lied on, and talked about for generations, disrespected, have disdain for. Enough is enough. And you know, our brothers are speaking up. Salute to all the channels out there making content that's telling the truth and that's exposing what's really happening. Because it should be exposed. It should be exposed, all the lies and all the people that's aiding and abetting the lies and looking the other way. It should be exposed for all the brothers that's being alienated from their own children. It should be exposed for all the children that are abused and deprived of a bond and relationship with their biological father. That is abuse. You got a group of hyenas hell bent on single mammyhood. Hell bent on being a single mammy. Or hell bent on aborting the child. Brothers' hands is tied. And brothers noticing. And brothers are choosing other races of women. Because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You got a group of hyenas hell bent on being a single mammy. If you get with one of these hyenas, you thinking you done got you something different. You think you done found you something special. And she gonna be just like the rest of them. She feels entitled to raise children without you, nigga. She feels it's her right to head the household of children without a man. She hell bent on her rite of passage. That's why she starts families and don't finish them. And every time one of these simps step in and play step dummy, you aiding and abetting the alienation of another brother from his own children. Why would you aid and abet that? I know a lot of brothers been raised by single mothers, and you've been taught wrong. You've been taught that it was an honorable thing. You've been taught that it was a stand-up thing to take care of another man's legacy, to invest your resources, your time, your potential in another man's resources for a disloyal woman that ran out on the family that she started. So over 80% of the hyena populations have kids out of wedlocks, and the kids don't have the same last name. They have kids for multiple men. And what make you think you're gonna be able to start a legacy or build your own family with one of these hyenas? You get one of these hyenas, if you do get a kid out of it, that's all you getting is that one kid, a child support check sent to her in 18 and well, more than 18 years actually. More than 18 years of heartache and pain. And she gonna run off and get knocked up by some other sucker that was willing to be step dummy to your kid because she told her you wasn't shit, and the whole time she was alienating the child from you. Because she was hell bent on being a single mammy and running the streets and jumping pole to pole and man to man. Don't you think brothers deserve more than that? Don't you think brothers deserve to start off and finish their own families with all their children under one household, with all their resources and all their efforts going to one household? Don't you think brothers deserve that? Don't you think you deserve that? Don't you think you deserve more than stepping in and playing step dummy to another man's legacy because that hyena chose to be a disloyal, unruly woman and running out on the family that she started and bastardizing her children, abusing her children, alienating them and standing between them and their biological father? And don't even talk about paternity fraud. Let's not even bring up paternity fraud and how many of these men are raising kids that they don't even know are not theirs. And you think it's a good idea, you think it's an honorable thing to step in and take care of a kid that you know not yours. You think it's an honorable thing to step in and play step dummy and take care of somebody else's seeds when there's over 33% of men out here doing it unknowingly. 33% of men, a lot of them married, a lot of them in relationships, raising, putting their resources towards a Pookie or a Chad legacy unknowingly, thinking it's their child. And these same ungrateful, ungodly hyenas turn around and tell you what they deserve. And what's so funny about it, 80% of the women got their kids from less than 20% of the men because they don't see the other 80% of the men. They are not attracted to you. They don't want you. And we know the hyena community ain't even about resources. It's all about the physical. It's all about the physical, what they see. You know, a Pookie, as long as he's over 6 feet tall, he look like they like. That's good enough for them. He don't have to provide anything. That's what you for. That's what the other 80% of you knockers for. 80% of you niggas out here that they ignoring and having their kids from the other less than 20%, y'all there to clean up the mess. And in their eyes, how dare you expect anything more? I say you more than that. I say you deserve way more than what they have to offer. They can't offer what you actually deserve. They don't have it. You actually deserve a woman without any kids. A woman that's still in her youth and in her prime. You don't deserve a woman that gave her prime to an NFL player like Kayla Nicole for 5 years for a total sum of about $100. And then the NFL player Travis Kelce leaves her and takes her good years with him and leave the remains for you. She ain't no better than just the average single mother out here on the street. You deserve more than that. And one thing I notice about brothers, we got to start looking past the physical. I know a lot of brothers see a piece of ass and you won't go. You can't worship ass all your life. It got to come to a point that you start to worship the Most High. When you put the Most High first, you no longer be an ass worshiper, an ass worshiping simp, an ass worshiping step dummy simp. These words need to cut deep and sting. And Kayla Cole ain't the only one. You got the women like, you got the Brittany Reynolds out here ready to set brothers up because they know you ass worshippers. They know you will give your life and your resources away for a piece of ass. And they know you'll give your resources up on another man's legacy for some leftover, used up, washed up single mother poon. But you will lick up the mess. Pookie done shot the club up in her prime, bust the babies out of her, you ready to come clean up and lick up the mess. The definition of a cup. You got the Lisa Rays out there and the Vivica Foxes. You know that done lived their life. Their prime was over decades ago. You know, their prime long gone. They prime they the sun is setting for Lisa Ray and for Vivica Fox. You know, they on their way to the old folk home. And now they telling you brothers that they ready to settle down. As they done lived their life. They done had their fun, done partied it up, done pookied it up. And you looking at the wrinkles in their forehead and the crow's feet around their eyes and the sagging double chin and the titties hanging to their float to the floor. And they used to and what was used to look like a BBL now looking like a SpongeBob diaper pants, SpongeBob square short booty. You supposed to be like, yes, Vivica Fox is ready to settle down now. You supposed to be like, yes, Kayla Nicole is ready now. They say Travis Kelce gave Kayla Nicole that bring my change back energy. They say he gave her that bring me my change back energy. That's what they said about Kayla Nicole and Travis Kelce. They said he ain't spent $100 on her in 5 years. Left took her best years with him. Now he balling out with now he balling out with the white girl, what's her name? You know, I ain't too much on pop culture. Taylor Swift. He's balling out with Taylor Swift now. And I don't blame him. I think that was his best move. Why not? I think a brother would have made the same move. If a brother would have been with Kayla Nicole for 5 years and she ain't bringing nothing to the table but demands and begging and looking for something, the minute a Taylor Swift come along and pay you some attention, you should ghost Kayla. You should get on out of you should do the same thing. You should do the same thing Travis Kelce did. You should don't try to keep it real for the hood. No, dump that broad and get with what's better for you. And this is what brothers will start winning at. You should start putting what a woman can do for you first in your list of demands. You should look at all women, no matter the race, and say, what can she do for me? And that should be your deciding factor on what women you decide to deal with and which women you decide not to deal with. What are they bringing to the table? What are they bringing to the table, and what are they providing for you? Are they expecting you to provide 100% of everything? What kind of bum loser is that? Are they expecting you to be traditional, meanwhile they got a modern attitude and modern ways? That's not a deal. You should judge these women no matter what race and let the best woman win about what she offers and gives you. And that's my argument. Brothers are choosing other races of women because they're getting more from other races of women. They're getting half on the bills from other races of women. They're getting help doing the yard work from other races of women. They're getting help taking the trash out from other races of women. Other races of women are not giving them that hyena attitude and mouth and talk back. Talk back, push back, and not getting that from other races of women. And that's all these hyenas are bringing to the table. These hyenas bringing everything to the table that you don't want. And they're not bringing anything to the table that you do want that other races of women are doing happily. Other races of women happily paying half. They voted, fought for the right to work, and they're standing up and they're doing their civic duty, and they're doing their best to be a good citizen and not be a bum. But that same group of women that's always looking for a handout from government zaddy. They always looking for a handout from government zaddy. Section 8 welfare, $5 rent. Always looking for a handout. Always wanting somebody to provide for them 100%. And they're not even worth it. Man, I hope this message touched somebody, man. I hope this message touched somebody. Because at the end of the day, Black men are tired of hyenas. Hey man, if you like the channel, stay tuned. We got more to come. We got more to come. And like I say, salute to all the brothers that's been out here exposing the BS, telling the truth. Salute to all the brothers. And we out. My brother. Salute to the guys.